because you have to report back to the school after Christmas. So just get to see your family at Christmas and report back. So
But
It's a job.
the thing with Ole Miss though, they lost their coach. You realize that in the playoff, Alabama, five of the coaches in the playoff used to coach at Alabama under Nick Saban, even Indiana's coach.
oh, all right.
Yeah. So and Lane Kiffin, the coach for Mississippi, is moving on to LSU, and he already signed his offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator to LSU. But they coached this game on over the weekend for Mississippi State. So one is wondering, will LSU allow them to coach this semifinal game coming up? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's tough on them, Mississippi State. That's why I hope they win, man. Well, can we move on to the NFL, Kurt?
Yeah, man. Go ahead, man.
This is last week of the NFL. Baltimore Ravens 8-8 play Pittsburgh Steelers 9-7 for the division title tomorrow. I guarantee you that's going to be the most watched football game all year. I guarantee that. Quarterback Lamar Jackson will be playing, and Pittsburgh Steelers will be out of one of my favorite player, DK Metcalf, who was suspended 2 games by the NFL for an altercation with a Detroit fan. The Detroit fan called him by his name, his real name, but he don't want nobody to know his real name.
Yeah.
Cause it's funny. D and K. If you, I didn't write down the name, but if you see the name, so he don't like it, so he just called himself DK. So the guy called out his real name, and he went over to the sideline and grabbed the guy on by his neck, pulled him down. Now that guy can sue. So we haven't heard anything yet if the guy's going to sue, but the league suspended the guy cannot charge him for assault too. So I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up later on.
You know that name really rubs you the wrong way.
Yeah.
Why else would you say it?
It's just like I know some people named Ligwicky and they don't like you call them by their name. Their last name. They don't use their last name, period.
Everybody got little.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, Deke, the game tomorrow is going to be the most watched to me.
Well, Harry, I'm not talking point here with the guy. Where's the security that is there to protect the fans from the players, right?
Look, you sitting in the front row, on the front, right? You pay how much money you pay, brother?
Yes.
So I told him not to go there.
But
And he's got on his Detroit.
the security right there, look,
No.
the security should have hold back the player and don't let
No.
you get in contact with the fan.
Can't do that.
No.
Yes, you can.
You-
That's
you-
why you have security
You
there.
don't understand what if you look
Oh,
at
it's
the
not
video,
enough space, so that's why it can happen.
You ever been on the
you
sideline?
look at the video.
There's not enough space, so it must happen.
Did you look at the video?
Not must.
Did you see the video?
That's what you're saying.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it can happen.
Anyways, that's what you have.
Did you see
When
the
you
video?
go to a basketball game and you have a sideline seat, you are on the line.
We're talking about football. We're
No,
not
no,
going
you
here.
see, changing the thing. I'm talking
You
about
changing the thing.
No, I'm saying that about when you're sitting on the line. That's what you are.
Because that man from New York is watching.
Harry,
Cardi, welcome, Cardi.
that's why they have security here. I used to do security at football
I
games, and I can tell you this:
I understand.
you're not allowed the players and the fans get into contact.
Look.
But you
How many
Fans have
times?
been there.
Look, how
Okay.
many times you
So-
see a player score a touchdown and he run and jump to the fan?
At
Um,
his own-
I-
in the crowd.
at his own risk. At his own risk.
So it's
Until
security.
something bad happens.
Kurt,
Yeah.
he run up there, sometimes give the ball, sometimes go around, hit people. DK Metcalf walk off while the game was playing and the camera showed it. And he went up there and talked to the fan. Security guard, they think he want to sign an autograph. You don't know. But he and the fan
Was
got
it going into the tunnel or was
no.
it
The
in
fan was sitting up there
Yeah.
at the front seat. But you know, it's is up there. So DK stretched up his hand to the guy and grabbed him.
And
And
then
no,
and then this
when I see a player walk up there, I expect you gonna sign an autograph or you gonna give a high five. I don't expect
guess what I'm trying to say here, I know that's gonna happen.
security can be 365
But,
hours.
but hear me out. Yeah, it's break down the security. Break down the security. Even so, the security is supposed to be facing the fans. But we are expecting the fans to come onto the field now. We don't want that.
They can't come on because
So
DK, the player,
fans
can walk up and give a high five.
Okay, all right. Yeah, but again, in that situation here, we have to protect the player and we have to protect the fan. And this is what it come now. This is what it
You
come
will
down
protect
to.
the player, but you will never can't get to protect them 60, 80,000 fans.
Well,
Tell you
it's not 60,000 fans on the side there, on the bleachers right there.
No, I'm saying fans.
Yeah. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The fans that are closest to
Yeah.
the ground. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the fan lean over like this.
This
Yeah,
is
high
Harry,
five.
Harry,
High five players going in, give them high five. You can't.
Harry, I think so. Maybe we don't know if they didn't have enough security there
They always,
at the stadium.
always do. They
Harry,
always do.
I'm telling you, Harry, you don't know.
They always do.
Harry, have you done security at a stadium?
Look, you know the
Ask a
NFL.
question.
You
Have
know
you
the
done security?
NFL know the
security.
suits.
If you bring it up from that angle, what would then be enough security?
Yeah, what is enough security?
All right.
60, 80,000 fans.
There's a ratio of how much security you need in the stadium
Yes.
in every game.
I'm quite sure they
And I
are.
can tell you right now, Harry, sometimes you do have a lapse in security and they just hope for the best.
So
everything
what
goes
you're
well.
saying? So are you saying that's what happened in this case?
I don't know. Maybe that's happened too. Because as I said, the security on the field are supposed to be protecting the players and from the fans, and the fans from the players. That's why they're there.
Look, if you look in the football game, you don't see security going around the edges of the grandstand like that. You
No.
might have
Harry, you
listen,
mean you're exaggerating that now.
you might have a security every 50 or every 20 feet. And if DK want to walk up and give a high five, the security can't stop it.
If DK want
Harry.
to jump over the barrier and go
You
jump in
can't
the
stop
crowd,
it. So,
security can't stop it.
I mean, no matter.
He's not supposed to do that though. You know that.
What he's
What
He's
supposed
not
to
supposed to do
What-
that.
They go
what
up there and
he's
just sign on
supposed
the
to
ground,
do.
they don't stop it.
what he's supposed to
He
do.
don't go up there and say
don't
anything. You walk and if and another thing too, we have to understand. You have to watch when these fans are shouting and all of that.
Welcome,
towards
Mr.
the
Walker.
players.
William Walker watching.
And you have to even watch the players, their body action too, because
Oh.
as I said, we're there to protect the player and
It's not
the
that.
fans.
It's not like him
I
run up
agree
there.
with you.
Hey,
I agree with you.
yeah, we agree with that.
100%.
Okay.
But him no run
But-
up there like him go fighting. He go up to the fan. Normally it's an autograph or a high five. And he go up to the fan, and when the fan calls him, grab him. Because he calls his name. Grab him and pull him like he want to pull him out to stop. Right?
And nobody else knew what happened.
Nobody, not even security, because when the player walk up there.
Security looking at the field, you're not looking at the fans.
Man. Anyway, let's move on. I take your point, Kurt, that's what they're there for. Washington Commanders, Detroit Lions, and Kansas City Chiefs did not make the playoffs. Denver Broncos are 13-3 to win the AFC West. LA Chargers are 11-5 for the wild card. New England Patriots, surprisingly, are 13-3 to win the AFC. They won it. Buffalo Bills are 11-5, your team, for the wild card. Philadelphia Eagles